foam rolling. You want to stay off the bone, stay on the muscle. And if you can, this is with part my body weight. I put both legs in here, now I have all my body weight on it. And I want to do different angles. I want to do the outside of the calf and the inside of the calf. And you're going to do all these on both legs. Move up to my hamstrings, same thing, some body weight, all my body weight. And you want to, again, vary the angle so you get the full muscle effect. Okay. I'm going to do my side. IT band. When you get to a point of pain, stop and keep it there and breathe through it. It's kind of like a seek and destroy mission. And again, if you can handle it, you can put all your body weight on it. Moving to the back, lower back, going into the thoracic spine. Turn it so it's on your spine, and then open up. Do it at a T angle, and do it at a Y angle. And just open up your chest. You should also put it under your arm for your lats. And then you can just, again, just rotate in and out over that painful spot. And for the groin, you're going to rotate the leg out and then go up and down. Again, staying off the bone, just staying on the muscle. You hit a particular point that really hurts, you kind of stay there and breathe through it. You also do your quads. And remember the angles. Okay, again, don't go over the kneecap, just stay on the muscle. Okay, number 2, hip drives. You want to kneel on something soft, either the RX or some matting. The key here is to take your pelvis and do a posterior pelvic tilt. So you're flattening out your lumbar spine. Okay? So this is the opposite. Pelvis is tilted forward. You want to tilt it back. You should immediately feel a stretch here in this quad and hip flexor. So I'm going to do it overhead. And I exhale as I lean forward and go into that stretch. I'm going to do it in neutral. I'm going to do it with side bending left. I'm going to do it with rotation left. Again, maintaining that pelvic tilt. And I'm going to do it again. Rotation right. And side bending right. I'm going to repeat on the left side. Stationary Spider-Man. You're going to get your right foot up by your right hand. And you kind of want to, again, sink your hips into the stretch as you exhale. And as we exhale, I'm going to add a component. I want to try and get my arm perpendicular or vertical to the floor. I'm going to sink into it with that exhalation. Okay, hips drop down, back down. Bring my left foot up towards my left hand, sink into it, open up, and vertical. And you're just going to keep switching. For the core, the first one is the initial part of the Turkish get-up. The key here is to keeping the arm vertical throughout the entire motion. It needs to stay perpendicular to the floor. The other key is that your wrist needs to be in neutral. It needs to stay straight, not bent. Okay? So here's your starting position. Wrist is locked. The weight is on the back of the forearm. I'm going to push my foot down and push into to the heel and come up and end up sideline. So I'll do that again from here, sideline. Throughout the entire motion, the arm stays vertical to the floor. I'll demonstrate from this side. Again, push your foot in, come up, and your sideline. Those are Turkish hip-ups. For the farmer's carry, you want to pick 2 heavy dumbbells or kettlebells. Now these are slightly different. So for my first set, I'm going to carry the heavier one on one side, and then I'll just switch for the second set. So I'm just going to walk around. You want to make sure that your shoulders aren't hiked up, that they're down. Okay? And you just walk around holding a heavy weight. And this should be a challenging weight. This should be well over 20 pounds, I would think, on each side. And the half kneel diagonal chops with the life fitness table. You want to kneel on the RX or on the Basu. You're going to kneel on the foot closest to the machine, and you're going to drive down under your knee. Okay? So it's high to low. You exhale with the effort. Repeat on the other side. Lateral crawl. When you crawl, you want your limbs moving, your opposite limbs moving together. So if my left foot and my right hand are going to crawl together, and then my right foot and my left hand. So it's going to look that. So I'm here, crawl. The key is to keep your butt down and make sure it's not up in the air. You want a good push-up or plank position. And again, and then back from the main entrance.
Yeah.
This is also now is this air call classes as well as varsity team workouts and club team workouts. All right, now we start the series of pairs where we have an upper body paired with a lower body exercise. The first pair is a light fitness, high to low, pull aparts. So, but this phase of your arms are crossed. You want to get in good athletic stance and then pull down and apart. Okay, your arms stay relatively straight. Push down and apart. Exhale as you push. And lower body exercise is cross diagonal lunges. So you're going to do left diagonal lunges, but you're going to do them across the body. And then you're going to bring a dumbbell down to the inside of the arch of that foot. So it's going to look like that. Come down, push back to the start. Okay, again here, make sure the knee is not going over the foot, but should be above the foot. That's that. Second pair. Scapular push-ups or push-up plus in a downward dog position. So you're here, you're in a V position, and you're going to do is slide your body towards the floor and then push away. So it's a subtle, small movement. I'm here and back up. one. Split squats. Okay, split squats. One foot is elevated. Bar goes overhead. In the more advanced version, I drop my hips down and back up. Okay? Make sure that this knee is in neutral position and not caving in as you go down. So, okay, exhale and a glute squeeze at the top. Pair 3. TYW. Keep your head in neutral. Don't arch your neck up, so you should be looking down. Finishing position, our arms parallel to the floor. I'm going to do a T and a good isometric squeeze at the top. I'm using the muscles between my shoulder blades. The Y, I'm on the diagonal. On the W, my elbows are bent. And I'm coming up, finishing position again, arms, especially the forearms, parallel to the floor. So this would be incomplete. You need to come all the way up. So 1 rep is a T and a Y and a W. Okay, I'm going to go back over here.
Yep.
Single leg deadlift. With the deadlift, your knees they're straight, but they're not locked. They're not hyperextended, so they're relatively straight. Your weight always stays close to your body. First I'll do a double leg, and then we'll move to a single leg, which is really what we want. So the key, the dumbbell stays very close. I go down, my knee angle does not change, and I exhale and I come up. Okay, I'm going to try and do this as my right leg goes back. So I go down, try and get that leg parallel to the floor, and then come up. This leg stays again straight but not locked. And if you have to, you can put this foot down between each rep. Most humid day of the year to do. Where are we here? Okay, cross, dumbbell presses, and kettlebell swings. Next pair. We're going to go, starting position, we're going to go across the body, so that basically my arm and my leg form one continuous diagonal line. And we're going to alternate, so it's up and over. Up. Over. Exhale with the effort. Exhale as it goes up. Okay. And the lower body is kettlebell swings. So you want to grab probably at least a 20. Push it out, come down, pop your hips forward. Nice and quick, drop them back, and pop them forward. Finishing position, my body should be completely straight and not, finishing position should be here. My body is straight, my arms are out here. My legs are doing the work, I am not lifting the weight up with my arms. Do not hyperextend. Make sure that your finishing position is here and not any further back. But it's all in hip drive. Boom. Exhale as you come up, and the weight should just finish right about straight out from the body. well. Swiss ball push-ups. The further out I am on the ball, the harder it is. So you just find a place that's challenging for you and go from there. The body has to remain rigid throughout the motion. So these are fairly easy. It's at my waist. It's going to look this. Exhale as you come up. As you get stronger, you can handle the ball at your knees or even out by your feet. Or on your toes. I think that might be all squats and good morning. So the next one, paired with that, is a squat and good morning combination. You want to put a bar over your head, behind your neck, and you're going to do a squat. So first motion, try and get down so that your thighs are parallel to the floor, and then come up. Okay, so again, your knees do not go beyond your toes. They do not cave in. You want to try and get down here with a nice flat back, and then squeeze your glutes and come up. A good morning. Again, you're here, good athletic stance. You're going to lean forward so that your upper body is parallel to the floor, and come back up. Down and up. I'm going to combine those two so it'll look like this. Squat. Good morning. Squat. And good morning. One more. Squat. And the next one, I'll go with the field house.
We're going to go to the field house, yeah?